Ho, ho, ho!
Ho, ho, ho! Nobody there yet.
Anybody there? Merry Christmas! You need to hurry up because we've only got so much of data. Anybody there, please?
Oh, hang on, we're getting messages coming in.
Let me look what that looks like with no light on. Ooh.
That's just turn it down. Oh,
I'm
that's
cold
better.
now.
That's okay though. Ah, we've got somebody online. So, nice to see. Hi Keith, great to see you
Keith.
here. We managed to get a data card today, but we've not got a lot of data on it, so we're going to keep this down to about 10 minutes. So any questions, people need to fire them in as quick as they can. Hi Frank, hi Johnny, Michael.
Hiya Michael, hope you're alright.
Sorry we've not been doing our live chat shows, Sunday Sundowners, but the internet connection is really bad here. We've used up all our data from the UK. Hi Dave, another Dave. So we've used up all the data from the UK, and the Wi-Fi is, you struggle to even just post on Facebook. And the other day it took me 7 hours to upload the video to YouTube.
I'll tell you what, everybody, Carl's been sitting in the van trying to get a signal for about 3 hours. Or you did one day, didn't you?
No, it was about 7 hours out. We ended up going out and leaving the laptop in the van next to a Wi-Fi spot.
Yeah, I don't want the internet very much. A little bit of Facebook, I've gone back on that just to try and keep in contact with people at home, and the people that are here in the marina have advised me to do that, so I thought I'll give it another go. So I don't go very much on it normally, and I felt like I've had one arm behind my back. Cole's felt like he's not got any legs, to be honest.
I've had my legs cut off.
I had legs cut off with having no internet, as it's been that bad. Yeah, but now we've got it. I feel like free people again.
We've not got a lot. I've just checked it. We've used 3 gigabytes this afternoon.
Oh God! Yeah.
So Jenny, I have to say, my Caroline is doing her day skipper's theory, and you are her inspiration.
Way to go, Caroline. Well, it just shows you just got to do that day skipper, and then you can be on a boat.
Hi, Nudge Pirate. So, we're getting poor connection.
Yeah. Oh, blooming heck already. I hope you can steal.
It is really bad internet here. We've tried internet cafes, or bars, tavernas. There's a town free internet connection, but you can get on it for about 2 or 3 minutes, where you can download the odd email, and then as soon as you try to upload anything, it just loses it.
It just cuts out. So. But we're getting there, aren't we?
And we can't get a contract. Hey, living with a tide. Hi guys. We can't get a contract SIM card with data, which you get a decent package really, until we've got a tax code. And we can't get a tax code because we've not brought our birth certificates. So we've spoke to our son to try and find our birth certificates in a box we've left, and he can't find it. So I've had to apply for a new duplicate birth certificate that won't be sent till the 17th of January.
Yeah. So we did have the birth certificates at home, and I made a file, VIP things, and it's not in there when our son's looking at it. So it's one of the good old normal things. Put it in a safe place, and we don't know where the safe place is.
No.
So we've had to order a new birth certificate. So it's like swings and roundabouts. We can't get a contract on the internet till we get our birth certificates, even though we've got the passports that say when we were born, and we had to have birth certificates to get a passport.
Yeah.
But hey ho, that's Greece.
Anyway, weather here today is pretty crap. It's been raining all day. It's been lovely up until the last couple of days, and then it dulled over yesterday, and it's been raining. It was raining all night, weren't it?
Yeah.
Today, and we've got quite a big swelling at the moment. The boat's rocking like this and like this, and when you get off on the passerelle on the back, you've got to get your timing right, because it's the boat's coming away from the jetty that far that the passerelle comes off. So we're just a bit dodgy.
If you get it wrong,
you're wet.
You're in there. And then we've got some quite high winds forecast. Tomorrow night's going to be the worst one.
52 knot winds we've got forecast for tomorrow night.
We'll try and film a bit if we get a chance.
We'll film it, we won't be live.
No, but we'll film it for one of our videos. So.
Hi Martin. Grim Reaper, you got here at last.
Hiya Martin, yay!
Michael P. I think it's just you, Michael. You're coming through on us. Just try refreshing your screen. We have got a poor connection though.
Hello
Hi
from
Seamus and Sue. So Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, we're rocking a little bit, Seamus to Sue. Ugh. Makes you feel drunk without being drunk.
Smash that like button, people. So yeah, we've today I've updated the Patreon page for any patrons out there. We've updated our blog page. I've sent an email out to people who subscribe to our emails. It's all pretty much the same.
You have been very little busy.
Well, you went pub watching football.
I was in the pub watching Chelsea playing football. So we've had, how long have we been here now?
We got here on the 30th.
End of November, weren't we?
Yeah.
So soon we will be been here a month.
We're now in the water, by the way.
Yeah.
I think we've already said that.
Just trying to get used to things.
Days are so short here, though.
They're short because we're not getting up early enough.
No.
I have to put my alarm on to make sure we get up because it's like...
We normally wake up at about...
You're being rocked in a crib, in a cot.
Between 8:45 and 9:15 every day if we don't set an alarm.
Yeah, but we're in bed by what time at night?
Well, we normally watch... We'll be putting Game of Thrones on. We've bought the box set. So we'll be watching a couple of episodes and then that'll be it at 10 o'clock.
We're like, we're out like a light. We're ready for bed.
But it's dark here at 4 o'clock at the moment, 5 o'clock, so you just sat here waiting to sleep.
Yeah. So you don't go by what time it is, you just go by when you're sleepy or when you're tired and when your eyes
when you're hungry,
going.
Drink when you're thirsty, sleep when you're tired.
Yeah.
Be happy where you guys are. They are calling for -30 next week. Wow.
Oh, God. I think I'm bad enough having to wear a cardigan.
We've actually got a heater on tonight, a fan heater, because it does drop a little bit at night. It's bearable, but it's just
not -30, is it?
No, it just takes the edge off. What is it? It's 20 degrees in here at the moment.
That's because we've got the heater. No, it's been about 12.
Yeah, it's been about 12, but we've got the heater on at the minute, so it's 20 degrees in here. And we've put the cockpit tent up, so it's like having an upstairs...
That's the balcony, as we call it. So we try and have breakfast out there if we can, but it would be too... This morning it was the only time it was a little bit too cold.
It was damp, weren't it?
Yeah.
Because it's been raining all night, so...
But it is lovely, yeah. I'm just getting used to it. I've struggled a little bit with not having plans of things to do, one after the other, because being busy at work, as everybody knows, you do so much by such and such a time.
That face I was pulling then is because the ropes are pulling quite a bit. We've got springs on the mooring lines and they're getting hammered at the minute. We are moving quite a lot. Yeah. Don't look like it, but we're like...
We are moving a bit. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I'm struggling with filling my day with things... It's nice... Let me explain a bit better. It's nice not having to go to work. We are very lucky and privileged to be able to buy a boat and come on it and not have to go to work and stuff like that. It's nice not to have to think that you've got to do jobs, but we have to just try and do 1 or 2 things a day, and it takes all day to
today,
do one.
We almost decided to go and fill a gas bottle.
Yeah, we looked at it,
and then we
got
thought,
it out, and
no, we'll wait till after Christmas.
But no, so...
We had a busy day yesterday. We had to go and tax the motorbike.
Yeah, but I've got to do things, so I'm tending to get up. If it's nice weather, if it's not raining like it has been today and yesterday, I will go for a walk. There's some ladies that do a walk in the
High Time Bandit,
from the
thank
community
you.
kind
Merry
of thing
Christmas
around here. So I'll go for a good walk, put my earphones in and do that, do a bit of exercise. Whoops, that's banging a bit. Come back, we have breakfast then, don't we? I'll make our eggs.
Yeah.
Shower if I need to. Then we'll tidy up a bit, do the pots. Do our one thing that we've got to do.
Read
a bit. I colour in a colouring book. Just to have something to do. It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? And I've even felt good.
Yoga? You've been going to yoga classes?
I've gone to a yoga class. Some of the ladies invited me to do some dominoes, but that's not quite my thing. I don't do taproom domino things, but it's nice of them to invite me. But no, it's difficult getting from a work life, doing things in the day.
Not having a timetable is difficult. Well, it's not difficult, but...
It's just very different.
It's different,
It's nice difficult. It's a nice difficult. And it's a nice thing to have to try and get used to, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we're getting there. We're laughing. We're laughing like nothing not right. What's so funny is when we get down here to like watch our Game of Thrones at night, is that because we've got your what's this bit called?
Saloon.
Saloon. I just call it settee and stuff. Because I've got your settee bit and it's like in a 3 shape. I've got to crawl round there to get into position to then be able to watch the TV. And just to be on my hands and knees all the time, I've been on my knees more times. I've been on my knees more times. I've banged my knees going.
Yeah, Keith's just saying it must be a shock because we've both been going hell for leather for months.
Yeah,
not months, years. But it's nice just to be able to relax and wind down a little bit. So
Carl can sit more than I can. I have to get up and do things. So I'm cleaning my fenders. I've cleaned about 6 of them so far. They were all pretty mucky.
We cleaned the deck down the other day.
Yeah.
We filled water tanks up. That's a job and a half, you know.
It's rubbish how it takes you longer, but yeah, it is good.
We put new mooring warps on, went to buy them, so we had to measure them up, then drive to another town to get to the chandler, which is a lot cheaper than the local chandlers here. Then come back, and then that was a full day just fitting them.
Yeah. And what is strange as well, what's been weird, is like we've gone to Lidl supermarket. We've tried the local one and it were more expensive, and the fresh food wasn't as good either. So we went back to Lidl anyway. But where in England you can go up to 10 o'clock at night and they're still open, and they're open on a Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
They never close until like 4 o'clock on a Sunday, but open all day and all evening in England. You've got to plan your day because
they close at 2 o'clock.
They close at 2.
Then reopen about...
On a Saturday, they closed at...
No, 4 o'clock they closed
4.
on Saturdays.
On a Saturday.
But generally the shops close... Monday seems to be an half day in some shops, so they're open from 8 or 9 till 2, and then they close in the afternoon. Tuesday they'll be open 8 till 2, and then they close at 2, and then they're back open about 6 till 9. But then it's that dark, everybody's gone to...
All your boaters are falling to sleep, but then the locals do go out later for their evening meal, and they've got kids.
They're in tavernas at 11 o'clock eating the tea.
And they've got young kids that must be at school the next morning. There's no wonder they have to have a sleep in an afternoon because they're tired out. We're all in bed.
Matt or Paige has just said that's what they took some getting used to. So,
yeah, it is. It is a very, very different lifestyle. Very different. But I've really enjoyed strange things like getting my ironing board out. I've got an ironing board. I enjoyed getting a mini ironing board that goes on the table. I enjoyed ironing some clothes because it felt normal. I enjoyed watching the football, not being able to see that. What happened today? And I've enjoyed going to my yoga and stuff like that, haven't I?
What's that? So you go ashore for some shopping at lunch and realise you have to come back at 4.
Yeah.
Well, we've done, we've actually gone and just done it all about 12 o'clock.
But then we've got to rush round because by 2 o'clock they're closing.
Yeah.
So by the time we've walked up somewhere, we've done a little bit and then we've said, we better hurry up because they're going to be closing at 2.
Well, we've been on a scooter one day to Lidl.
Yeah.
Oh, I needed a Dremel. And the nearest place I could get a Dremel was 65 miles away. So I thought, I'll order one on Amazon. And that weren't going to be here till January 14th, 15th. And then the local Lidl had some, like the copied Dremels the other day for €15. So I've been and bought one of them.
Glad to see you doing well. Thanks, Keith.
Cheers for that, Keith. No Waikisha pilot, don't know. To be honest, we've not been watching any videos or anything because we've got crap internet. So, what's Keith saying? Was wondering how you guys are adjusting to living on the boat. Yeah, we're getting there.
We're getting there, Keith. Some things are good and funny. Like we laugh every time we get into bed. Well, you would really, wouldn't you? Every time, because you've got to get on your hands and knees. You've got to get on your hands and knees and crawl into bed. And then we'll leave the blooming light on that's near the door.
To get back out.
But you've got to get back out and in.
So we have bought another light, a portable one, LED thing.
We laugh at that. We laugh when we've got to change the sheets on the bed. But we've always laughed at that, haven't we?
Yeah, making beds a pain.
You've got to squeeze through doors and bang your head on everything. I've banged my knees. I've even got my big toenail nearly coming off because I dropped a blooming spanner on it the other day, as well as playing netball before. So I dropped a spanner on it when I'd got my flip-flops on, and that hurt. So that was a lesson learned. Move your feet if you drop anything. Yeah.
Are you referring to a clapper as in one of the anti-roll things, Grim Reaper? I think that's what you might be out meaning. Soon be out. It stops you rolling.
Side to side.
Yeah. Oh, clap on light. Clap on, clap off.
Clip on, clip.
Oh.
Oh
then
yeah.
Clap
on. Oh dear.
Yeah. Well, this one we've got one up on the top and the others in the bedroom. It's an ultra bright LED about the size of an iPhone. Takes a couple of batteries, and it's just got a switch on, and it's magnetic. It's also got self-adhesive tabs. So we've just got it in the bedroom. So we put that one on.
Yeah.
And just have that at the headboard end.
Yeah.
So Jen doesn't have to get out of bed every time then to switch off.
And then we take it in turns. Making the bed in the morning is a pain in the butt. So we make sure we take it in turns. Who has to do it? Carl never does it properly enough. Doesn't shake my pillows enough. Or make the sheet flat enough. But he's getting there, he's learning. And then we take it in turns to make the cup of tea first off in the morning.
Yeah.
I always make the breakfast.
And I always make the tea.
Dinner, but
Hey, Kevin and Dee's here. Hi guys, we was with your friends last night, Mark and Angelina.
Yeah.
Just for a drinky poos. They're moored up on the next pontoon to us, but more or less opposite us.
Yeah. We're just saying, dear, we're trying to get used to it.
So, just give. I'm just going to give Kestrel a shout out. They're starting on their Atlantic trip next week, I think, is it, Kevin D? So if you've not already subscribed to their channel, if you just click on their name on the three dots and subscribe to them, they're doing a Atlantic crossing, and Matt and Paige are doing that anyway as well. But
have they decided they're doing that?
Well, they're in Gran Canaria at the moment.
Yeah. Right. Oh God, you're brave.
I think you are anyway.
I shall watch with trepidation. I shall make sure. Yeah. Woo.
I know Sailing Kestrel just on there. If you want to give yourselves a plug, Kev, put your MMSI number down and your call sign, and then people can follow you on AIS.
Yeah. So
I know you've got it on your. We'll not be here in 10 minutes, Keith. Probably not, because we've got to keep an eye on the data.
Yeah.
So thanks for coming and have a nice Christmas if we don't see you before. Well, we won't see you before, but you know what I mean. So
what else have we been doing? Or what else have we found? What's nice or strange or whatever? I found it strange how people look at you if you've got blonde hair.
Yeah. They have to Cape Verde after the New Year, spend a week there, then cross the Atlantic.
They're probably thinking she needs her roots doing, but I've done them. But no, the men in particular tend to look at you if you've got blonde hair more than if you've got
your hair.
dark. They're not. They are, and they're looking. They look directly into my eyes to see if I've got brown eyes or blue eyes. Is what I'm thinking. Because obviously most Greek people and stuff have got brown eyes.
They are. Anybody who wants to follow them on AIS, there's their MMSI number.
Yeah.
And I know Paige and Matt have got it on there. Yeah. You can follow them on InReach like you did on our thing coming down here.
Yeah.
Just talking about our YouTube videos, our normal week-to-week videos, I think we've got one more episode to upload of the van conversion. Then we've got a episode of where we're driving down here, and then we can start on the episodes what we've got since we've been here.
Yeah.
Anything you didn't anticipate with the boat? Yes, we had to. I don't want to put any spoilers out really for the videos we're doing, but yeah, we've changed the seacocks, and there was one seacock where it's not been used for I don't know how long, because we told you that there'd been a washing machine installed. And where that had been put in the... I'm putting my hand over the thing now to look like that. Actually, it's not a bad picture up. The seacock, you can't get access to it, which is not good. And the main one, like in the aft heads, was a little bit stiff, so we decided to change that one. And I thought, well, while I'm doing that, I'm going to have a look at the other one. So I took out all these units and stuff, what was stopping you getting access to it properly. It's just as well as I did, because
would have been in the poop if we'd have
the
gone.
boat would have sunk.
Yeah, it was bad.
And it's something because it was hidden and inaccessible, the survey's not picked it up, because you can't, surveyors don't move furniture, in remove shelves and stuff to get to stuff. They can only examine what they see, because it's not your boat apparently.
And you wouldn't have been able to see it. It's not the previous
You wouldn't have been
fault.
able to shut it or plug it or anything.
It's just one of them things, but I'm glad we checked.
We checked it, so we put all new seacocks in. We've anti-fouled it. Anti-foul paint was a little bit expensive. It cost us just over £500. But it's done. And
it looks beautiful.
Yeah, we've done it back to a dark colour, so we like it that colour.
And it was a little bit of a hairy moment putting it back in the water, only for thinking, have we done that seacock?
Yeah,
those seacocks,
right? Seacock sealed.
Is it going to float or sink? But then they're good. Any more comments? Well, Sid says, I had the same problem with the blonde hair. Yeah.
Sid said that, or Ant?
Yeah.
Which one, Ant?
Sid. Yeah. No, it's because they don't normally have blonde hair. Hey, I do tell you something though. You feel ever so safe here. I think it's because it's a small island. And
it's not. It's a big island.
Well, it's a big island, but it's on their own. Everybody seems to know everybody. All the Cretans. You'll be going along and they'll pip, and somebody waves, and then somebody else waves, and they park in the strangest places in the cars. You'll be on a really narrow road and
on a junction,
and they want to go in that shop there, so they'll just park.
They just stop, go out the car.
Behind you. And anyway, they seem really friendly people. They're really very, very friendly to us. I mean, and we're foreigners, aren't we, in their country?
Can't do enough for you.
It does make you realise that you ought to be a bit more friendly with foreigners in your own country, and welcome them in. Because all we can say is yes, no, hello, good afternoon, good morning,
good
please,
night.
thank you, good night. So we are going to try and learn a bit more, aren't we? But they're very good, but it feels very safe.
Yeah, you can walk about here. You can walk down a back street at, I want to say 12 o'clock at night, but we haven't done. Well, we have done. We went to an Irish bar the other night because they got a band on, so we had a bit of a late night. But you're not looking over your shoulder, or if you see, if you're walking down a back alley back in England and you saw a group of blokes walking towards you, you'd be on your guard. Here, you don't.
It's like as if you've gone back 20 years.
Merry Christmas to you too, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly. It's like as if you've gone back 20 years in a good way, in that you don't see any druggies on any streets. I mean, there's some of the teenagers will meet up in the area that's in like the marina bit, and they'll be there at night. And
everyone will speak to you and say good evening.
They'll say good evening when you go past. They're not drinking and there's bottles everywhere like you would have perhaps back in England and stuff. And if you're walking out to the toilet, you're not frightened that there's a group of young kids there.
But having said that, the marina, the liverboards have a barbecue every Sunday, and the money, you only took a couple of euros into it. And what they do, they donate that to the local. We've got a little sailing club here. Pay for all the kids to do. They've got optimists, so they fund it. So I suppose all the local kids
perhaps are grateful to be able to. That people liverboards, these people who they think have got loads of money on a boat are actually paying towards their kids being able to learn to sail. But they know they're very good, and they feel. I was going to say as if somebody kidnapped a woman or whatever at night, it feels to me like they'd be hung, because it's like going back 20 years. If you stole something, you get your hand chopped off. People know them.
Everybody knows everybody.
They'd just be.
We were told when we came here in June is that if you make friends with a Cretan, or are they Cretans? Cretans.
Cretans.
If you make friends with somebody from Crete, they'll be a friend for life. if you make an enemy, if you make an enemy in Crete, I've just done that. If you make an enemy in Crete, leave the island.
Leave that, yeah, because they'll look after you, and they do seem really, really nice.
What we've seen so far is nice.
Yeah. And what is also nice is that, like in the marina, just on our berth, on our B berth, how many did you count? Nationalities?
So on our boat from Liverpool, on our pontoon of liveaboards, we've got Australian, Dutch, Swiss, German, British.
I won't listen. Say again.
Swiss, German, Dutch, Australian.
English.
Is the French boat?
I don't know, but
we counted about 9 different nationalities on the 3 pontoons, what are all living aboard, and we've got like 6 or 7 just on our pontoon. So
yeah, and everybody meets 2 or 3 times a week and does things, and it's really nice. There are a few couples that arrange everything, that really love to get involved and stuff like that. They do a brilliant job. How on earth they do it all the time, I don't know, but it's really good, isn't it?
Anyway, we said we were going to be on 10 minutes and we've now been on nearly half an hour, so that's nearly going to be our dating on for next month.
Yeah.
So we're going to say Kalinikta.
Kalinikta, good
which
night.
Means good night in Greece. Happy Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year. Oh, and for those people who've been asking, my dad's coming out of hospital in the next few days, so that's good. So thanks everybody for keep asking how he is.
Everything's good. Everything's good with the world.
So far.
So
So have a good Christmas, everybody, and
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. See you in 2018.
And we'll try and get a live chat-in at some point before the end of the year, and we'll keep looking on here for the next video if we get a chance to do it before. I don't think we'll do it before Christmas, but certainly over the Christmas period we'll put another one out.
Yeah. So thanks for being with us. Life's good. Thanks for joining us.
And
Stay
thank you for all your support, everybody.
Yeah.
So Happy
Merry
New Year
Christmas
to everyone, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.